So yesterday we have started with the circle, lesson circle, obviously the revision of this lesson. So what we have learned yesterday, we have seen in that pattern, we have seen which question is asked for 1 mark question, which are asked for 2 marks, 3 marks and 4 marks, how the questions are asked, this we have seen very well. So, and also we are seeing the 1 mark questions. So now today we are going to see the 2 marks questions. Which type of questions can be asked for 2 marks, that we are going to see in this lecture here. So here, let's start with this one. Yesterday only I explained you that question number 2, A and 2B. Two questions, two sub questions are there, A and B. The A1 is the activity based question. What was this? This is the activity based question. So it is very, very important and the most easiest part. So never skip this. Always try to attempt this question. So what is there in the activity based question? In activity based question, look here, I solve one example here. In activity based question, actually the answer is given to you. This is one question. I'm going to read that question. So which question was this? This is from your problem set 6, the question number 4. So what was here? You are given one figure. C is the, I drawn the figure here. C is the center of the circle. QT, this QT is the diameter of the circle. Then the measurement of CT is given to you, that is equals to 13 unit. Measurement of CP is also given to us, that is equals to 5 unit. We have to find the length of the chord RS. What we have to find? The length of the chord RS, right? So this is your given question. Means simply, circle is given, the center of the circle is given, diameter QT given, the measurement of CT, CP are given, and we have to find the RS. If this was asked for only directly solve, so we have to solve like this way properly. But since this has been asked in activity based question, so most of the 90% answer is given to you. You have to just solve the 10% answer there. So what is here? The first point, this is obviously this is the solution. From the solution, given part is given to you, given which is directly in your question is given, that only we have to write in our own language. So given is here. Then to find, what we have to find, that is also given in the question, again that is written here. Then from here the main solution is started. So what we have done here, so we have drawn the point R and C, means we have joined this point R and C. Why we have joined this? Because we get a triangle here. Then students, we have learned this type of questions in the last lecture also and in our earlier lectures also. So it just is a revision. Same types of questions are there. So what we have done here, since we require the RS, we know the formula there, or we know the theorem there, that if we have the measurement of CP, if I am able to find the RP, then I can directly say that RP plus PS, that is the whole RS, will be the addition of these two. Why? Because this CP is perpendicular to this point, perpendicular to the chord. And we have learned the theorem that perpendicular from the center to the chord bisects the chord, means these two sides will be definitely equal. So this we know already. So what we are going to do here, we are consider simply this triangle. So in this triangle, this CT measurement we know, but whether we know RC? No, we are not given RC, but CT is actually the radius of a circle. And we know that this RC is nothing but the radius only. So I can say here, CR is equals to CT is equals to 13. Why? Because this is the radius of a circle. Then I consider this triangle. In this triangle, we have used the Pythagoras theorem. In this triangle, we have used the Pythagoras theorem, and with the help of that, we have found out the measurement of RP. And finally, we know that this RS is actually the measurement of this two according to this theorem. So also we get the measurement of RS, that is the measurement of chord. If this was asked for 2 or 3 marks, we have written it properly. But since this is asked in activity based question, we are given few blank spaces here. Okay, this is one blank space, second blank space, third blank space, and this one is the fourth blank space. This is what we have to do here. We have to simply fill these 4 blank spaces. We don't have to solve this whole, only fill the 4 blank spaces. So obviously it is the easy thing. So never skip this. And how many marks question is this? 2 marks question. So yesterday also I have told you that for 2 marks, there will be 4 blank spaces. Each blank space carries a half mark. So half plus half, 1, half plus half, 1. That is total of 2 marks question. So how to do this? Obviously, circle with center C, diameter. This is given in your question. What is the measurement of diameter? Look at the question. So that is equals to, QT is done. Sorry, diameter is not given. The QT, this is equals to QT, right? If you write this properly, you have got half marks here. Yes, you got the half marks. So why this half marks important, student? Because once you start solving, you get confidence. You say, yeah, I have scored the half marks, and that carries a very, very big value in the exam. So you have scored the half mark, right? If you're not getting the downward also, but at least you have filled 1 mark blank space, you have got the half. Then move forward. Can anyone answer me? What will become here? Yes, anyone? Same question. We are explaining this. We have to find RS. I have taken CR and CT is equals to 13 here. This CR and CT both are same. This blank space. What this indicates? This indicates the reason why I have said that these two are equal. So can anyone answer why these two are equal? Anyone quickly can raise your hand and answer this? Yes, Gayatri. Yes. No, Gayatri has put on the hand. Shweta, can you answer this one? Yes, Shweta Yadav. Okay, Shweta Yadav is also not answering. Anyone, student, quickly raise your hand and answer this one. It's very easy. What will come here? Yes, anyone else? Sachin Yadav, can you answer this? If yes, please raise your hand. Yes, Sachin, can you answer this one? हाँ बेटा, yes. Okay, no problem. Okay. Look here. CR and CT both are equal. Why we are saying equal? Because both are the radius of a circle. So what will come here? The reason that it is are the radii of the same circle. Radii of same circle. So your reason will be here. Why we are taken radii here? Because there are two radius we are taking. So for if you are taking more than one, we'll call them as the radii here. So this blank space has been filled. So again for this blank space, we have got the half marks. Means we have scored the half marks here. Yes, it was very easy, student. Answer was given. Just you have to fill the blank spaces. Just 10% answer you have to solve here. Now next what we are done, we are consider the triangle CRP. In that CRP, some relation has been taken here. This is equals to RP square plus PC square. Obviously, since we are consider the triangle P is 90 degree, that means we are use the Pythagoras theorem here. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, one side we are written. So this, what will come here? Yes, anyone? Can anyone answer this one? Yeah, Sakshi Moria. Okay. Yes, Sakshi?
CR square.
CR square. Very good. CR. CR is the hypotenuse. Therefore, here will become CR square. That is hypotenuse square is equals to sum of the remaining marks square. Again, we have scored the half marks. Means 1.5 marks we scored and just remaining the last blank space. So what we have done now? Here. Now directly I have written RP is equals to 12 centimeters. Sometimes what happens? Student get confused here. That from where this 12 centimeter came. Actually, they are solved this one. Means in activity based question, what happened? Not each and every step has been written. Few steps are dropped there. So here, this step, solving this properly, that has been dropped, and directly we have come to the final answer that is equals to RP. Okay. Now next one, RS is equals to RP plus PS. Its reason is given. because the CP is perpendicular to the chord, and we know that this bisects the chord in two equal parts. Therefore, these two are equal. So according to that, I can say that this RS is the measurement of this two. Then what will the RS come? Now here I had dropped two steps. Yes, I dropped one step here, and directly I writing RS is equals to. So can anyone tell me what will be RS is equals to? Okay, Sakshi again. Yes, Sakshi.
24 units.
Very good. This is equals to 24 units. So RS is equals to 24 units. Means what we are done. Which step was dropped? This was RS is equals to 12 plus 12. This step has been dropped here. So 12 plus 12, that is equals to 24. Don't forget to write the unit. Huh? And again, we are scored the half marks. Means total of 2 marks we are gaining. So it was easy, student. What? Nothing else we are done. All the answer properly written there. So only if your basic is very clear, if you know what are the basic theorems, what are the basic formulas, we can solve this type of questions very easily. Simply fill the blank space. Yes, everyone clear? Any doubt in this question or in this type of question? Okay, I suppose that everything is clear to everyone. Now, the same question, I'm going to convert it into 3 marks question. Yes, the question number 3A. What was this? This was 2A. Now I'm converting into 3A, and 3A is of 3 marks. Each question carries 3 marks. Again, 3A is an activity based question. So what I said earlier, for 2 marks, we have to fill 4 blank spaces. So now it is 3. So let's double the 3. This we have to fill 6 blank spaces here. Now I'm converting that. Okay. Suppose I'm keeping a gap here. One more gap I made here. Then suppose another gap I'm taking here. Okay. 2 more blank spaces I got. Now let's take one more blank. Suppose this one. This result. Okay. I'm not going to write it again. Suppose this is your another blank space. How many blank spaces I've created now? 3 more blank spaces. Now, if I fill these 3 more blank spaces, each carries the half marks, half, I will get here 3, no? Yeah, 6. So I will get here again 3 marks here. So I will require one more. Yeah. Okay, now let's fill these blank spaces. Just we know CP given in your question, that is equals to 5 unit. Then again RT. This was given to you. Okay, this was given. Once you have written the formula for Pythagoras theorem, solve this one properly, and finally you are given RP is equals to. So that is equals to, which we have just found out, that is equals to 12 centimeter, or sorry, 12 unit. And then in the next step, this was given for the reason we are having the blank space. Write the reason. Again, you will get the marks. It means like this way we are going to solve. So what we have done, the same question was there, simply we are converted into question number 3A, that is we are converted for 3 marks. Right here there is nothing else, the same question was there, same, nothing but the gap we increases, the weightage got increases. So this is the activity based question, one of the very important. Same pattern is on 10 standard, so do practice it and never skip this type of question. You can easily score in this. Now let's move forward to the question number 2A. Sorry, 2B. Actually, no need to solve the question number 2B. Now question number 2B. What is this? This is just solve. Whatever we are just solved at, same type of questions will be there. Simply, you're not given any given to prove or the solution. You have to solve it properly. Okay, the same question can be asked for 2 marks. Now let's move to the question number 3B. Okay, now let's see few questions of the type 3B. Obviously, in this question, what will happen? Some more, remember this one, 3B. This question is actually the understanding based, the concept clearing questions. Means whatever you are learning in a specific chapter, that all you have to put up here. It means you have to apply your understanding. That yeah, here we have to use this theorem. Yeah, this corollary will come here, or we have to use this formula here. So this concept we are going to ask in this type of questions. So this type of questions created was basically the knowledge clearing. What you understand, that will be clear in this one. So let's see few examples from this. Okay, let's consider a question from your problem set that can be asked for 3 marks. I'm going to write the solution directly. So what it says, in the figure, P is the center of a circle, chord AB and chord CD intersects on the diameter at point E. And the two angles are given to us, that is AP and DEP, which are congruent. We have to prove that the measurement of both the chords are equal. Okay, let me draw the figure for you. This P is actually center. I'm written here downward, but this is actually the center of a circle. So what it says, we are given two different chords, AB and CD. These are the two chords which are intersecting at the point E. Then this is the diameter and P is the center of the circle. That is this PED and AEP. These two angles are equal. So what we have to prove? We have to prove that the AB and CD are equal. How to prove this? Can anyone? Yes. If you can able to solve this question with 3B, if your all the concepts are clear, you have learned or you have understand the lesson very properly, then you can solve this one. Can anyone say me how to solve this one? Okay, I'm just giving you some hint here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a perpendicular from here. From the center, I'm going to draw perpendiculars on the chord. This was P, suppose this is M, suppose this is N. I'm writing the given also here. So what we have done here, one more thing, given, write in your own language always. No need to learn this or no need to remember this. Question was given to you. From that question only we have to write given. So we are given. What you write? Given circle with center P, AB, CD are the chord intersecting at point E. Then these two angles are equal. What we have done? The question we have written as it is. So write it properly. Then to find or to prove. What we are asked to find or to prove? To prove. Use the language which is given. If you are asked to find, write there to find. If to prove, write there to prove. So what we have to prove? We have to prove that AB and CD are equal. These two chords are equal. After this, you have got few marks, half marks you have learned. Then, what I done? I done the construction here. So write down that construction. So write down that construction. What is the construction here? Draw PM perpendicular to the chord CD, right? Then next one, PM perpendicular to the chord AB. Whatever construction we are done, just write in your own language. Some may write joint point, or some may write PM is perpendicular to CD, PM perpendicular to chord AB. Some can change their words like this way. Again, after this clear. Now next what we have to do here. Yes, can anyone say what to do? Actually, we have to show that AB and CD are equal. Which concept can we use here? Suppose I draw the figure something like this way. This is the center. This is one of the chord. This is another chord. Suppose I'm drawing something like this way. Suppose this is your center P. This was your chord AB. This was your chord CD. Point P, it is intersecting at N. It is intersecting at M. Can now anyone tell me what to do here? Yes, can anyone say me how to solve this one? same works, just change the figure to make your concept clear. Yes, can anyone? Yes. Can I ask someone directly then? Yes, Sabir, can you answer this one? Then Gayatri. Yes, Gayatri, can you say how to solve this one? It is very easy, student, if your concept. What we have learned? We have just learned the three theorems. Three corollaries we have learned. First one was from, if from center, we are drawn perpendicular to the chord, then it will bisect the chord. This was the first theorem. Then next was the converse of them. So both are the same. And the third, what was that third one? The third one says that if we are having congruent chords, then the distance or the perpendicular distance are also equal, or the same the converse. If the perpendicular distance are equal, I can say that the two chords are congruent. Yes, who has raised the hand? Can anyone say answer this now? No? Okay, no problem. So yes, student, what we have to show that this PM and PM, if I'm able to show that this PM and PM are equal, that is, if the perpendicular distance are equal, then I can directly say that the chords are also equal, because this we know very well. If the distance, these two are equal, then we say that the chords are congruent. So this simple thing we have to use. Means what we have to prove? We have to prove that PM and PM are congruent. So how to prove this now? So we are written all the given, all the to prove. Now let's start with the proof. Let's start with the proof here. So what it is, firstly, this I can say that, let me write the names there or something. Suppose this point is PQ, okay? Now here, these two angles, angle AEP, this is congruent, or AES, suppose I am taking. AES is congruent to angle DEQ. This is given, yes. This AEQ, DEQ, these two are equal. This is given to you. Next one, therefore, can I say that this EQ is actually bisector of this angle, is bisector of angle, which the bigger angle, AED. Bisector, you know very well. If this is one angle, and if some line is passing from the center of this angle, this two will get this. We are getting this two angles, and this two will be equal. That is, this line is bisecting or dividing the bigger angle into equal angles. So we got. So this is the given one, right? Now, if you look properly, this point P is actually on the bisector, right? Now, since point P is on the bisector of angle, is on the bisector, therefore I can directly say that segment PM is congruent to segment PN. So what is the reason? What reason will come here? So it's very easy. What reason will come here? If remember this thing, and this is very, very important. This we have solved in a practice set also, this type of question. So what is here? If on a bisector, if any point is lying on the bisector of an angle, obviously of an angle, if any point is lying on a bisector, then we say that the two segments which are on the angles, this is CD or this ED is on this angle. Same way, this AB is on this angle. So these two points, this is falling on them too. Therefore, these two are equal. Directly, I can say that since EQ, since P is on this bisector, therefore this PM and PM are equal. And this implies that now directly chord AB is equals to chord CD. Directly I can say that these two things are equal. Why these two things are equal? Yes, can anyone say me the reason of this two? Yes, anyone? Okay, the reason is actually since the perpendicular distance are equal, therefore the chords are also equal, right? Finally, we'll get the reason. Perpendicular distance are equal, therefore chords are equal. Chords are therefore the chords are also equal. Yes, any doubt in this question? What we are done? Nothing else we are done. Whatever question was that we are written in construction, we are written properly. Then nextly in the proof, we are simply use the concept that point line on the bisector of an angle, then the two corresponding sides are falling on the sides will be equal. And since these are equal, with our theorem, the third theorem, you can directly say that the chords are equal. That is finally. One more thing. In the question, you are not asked chord AB will be equals to chord CD. What was that? Only AB is equals to CD. So final answer will be must be like that. Therefore, AB is equals to CD, right? Whatever format was asked you, we have to write the answer in that format only. Then and then only we are getting will get full marks here. Clear? Everyone? Any doubt? Yes, anyone in doubt? Okay, no. Very good. Then let's see next type of question. Okay. The question number 6 is there. I'm just going to explain you that question. You solve it by yourself. I'm just going to tell how to solve this one. Question number 6 from your problem set. So what is here, student? It says that in the figure, CD is the diameter of a circle with center O. Diameter CD is perpendicular to chord AB. At particular point it is given at point E. We have to show that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, right here. So what is this? This triangle is given to us. In this triangle, the CD is a perpendicular which is falling on this chord AB, meeting at point E. Then we have to show that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. But before that, we must know what is meant by isosceles triangle. Yes, anyone? What is mean by isosceles triangle? कोई बता सकता है? Yes, anyone? First one is the, yes, very good, Nilesh Saroj. Yes, Nilesh. Yes, Nilesh, you can unmute yourself. Yes. Your voice is not clear, beta. Yes. Okay, so I'm not able to hear you properly. Yes, anyone else? Okay, no problem. Nilesh has tried to say, but I was not able to hear him. Isosceles. Isosceles means any two sides of a triangle will be equal. If next type was the equilateral. In equilateral, all the three sides of a triangle are equal. And one more is scalene triangle. Scalene means all the three sides are different. None of them will be equal. So that will be called as the scalene. So here we have to show that this is an isosceles triangle. Means we have to show that two sides are equal. Two sides. Actually, if you look properly, all the three sides of a chord triangle are actually the chord of a circle. Means here we have to show that the chords are equal. Any two chords we have to show these are equal. So how you are going to do this? The first thing, write the given. In question, everything is there. Write it down as it is, means write it down the question in your own language properly. Okay, the same will come here. Then to prove or to show, you have to show what we have to show. We have to show that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles, or some say isosceles triangle. Next, now we have to start with the proof. Any construction is required? No construction is required here. So let's start with the proof. Let's start with the solution. Since it is to show, we can write here solution. So what solution we will do here? If you look properly, the bigger triangle is divided into two triangles. This is one. This one is the another one. So if I'm able to show that the two triangles are congruent, then I can directly say that the corresponding sides are also equal. Yes, this we know very well. If the two triangles are congruent, then their sides are also equal and their angles are also congruent according to CSCT and CACT. So let's do, I'm just going to say how to do this, solve it for your homework. So yeah, the first one, this EE is between these two, that is from center actually. It is falling on the chord. Therefore, this AE and BE will be equal. Why this is equal? From center, perpendicular on only on the three theorems, the whole exercise, the whole question has been based. So we are equal here. So we got this thing is got. Just consider. So in solution, okay, write this properly that these are equal. Then after that, consider the two triangles AEC and BEC. These two are equal. Second, this is the common side. So this CE equals to C common side. Then this, both are the 90-degree angle. That means what we get? One side, one angle, another side. And if you look properly, this angle for SAS, this is a very important rule. For SAS, the angle must be between the two sides, between the two. Therefore, I can say that by SAS test, the two triangles are congruent to each other. But for your understanding, I'm saying one more thing. If this angle was equal, this and these two sides, if you look properly, this angle is not lying between these two sides. Which sides we are shown equal is not lying between these two. Therefore, I cannot use their SSS. Obviously, this is two sides and one angle. But since the angle is not lying between the two sides, we can't say that this is a SAS test. Actually, the triangles will not be congruent according to this one. But since it is lying in the center, by SAS test, I can say that these two are equal. Now these two are equal, directly say that AC congruent to BC according to CSCT, that is corresponding sides of congruent triangle. And since the two sides of triangle are equal, we can say that therefore triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Yes, clear everyone? Any doubt in this type of question or in this question? This you have to solve for your homework. Yes, anyone, any doubt here? Okay, I hope so. There is no doubt. Now, 2A completed, 3A completed, 2B, 3B completed. Now, what remains? Now remains question number 4 and question number 5. So, what comes in that question? So, question number 4, this is a challenging type, student. This question, I'm now closing the textbook here because we don't require the textbook now. Now, this question is a challenging question. Why? Because in question number 4, all the questions, the 1, 2, 3, this are having the sub questions, but the last two questions, the question number 4 don't having any sub question, and question number 5 also don't having any sub question. But question number 4 is for 8 marks. 3 questions are given, 3 out of 2 we have to solve. Each carries 4 marks. And the question number 3 is just for 3, or 5 is just for 3 marks. 2 are given out of 2. 1 question we have to solve it. Important almost, because in this question, whatever questions are asked are actually out of the textbook. Out of the textbook, I am saying. I'm not saying out of the syllabus. It will be based on the syllabus only, but that question you will not find in your textbook. Everything will be out of your textbook here. Okay, so therefore it is a tripping, because you are going to solve it for your first time. You are going to use all your knowledge which you have learned in that specific lesson. We have to apply here at the time of exam here. So this is little bit tricky here. So weaker students sometimes may lose marks here, but at least for the weaker student and for the average student, I will say one more thing, that try to attempt it, because you know very well that in mathematics each steps carries the marks. If you are writing at least one step also, you will get few marks here. And for example, if you are preparing for exam, marks has the values, but when you are learning to for your concept clearing, there is no marks. You must read, or you must solve the questions by your heart, so that you can understand the concept clearly. But when it comes to exam, marks carries. Okay, so try to attempt. Means if some question is given, write down the given. Means from the question only you have to write what is given there, what we have to find for the figure. You will get the marks. One more thing I forgot to say, that in 3B, most of the question, or at least one question is there for asks for the theorem. Means what a theorem you have learned, something question will be like prove that this theorem. Means the statement of the theorem will be given and it will be prove that. But sometimes a specific name is there to a particular theorem. So for example, Pythagoras theorem. State and prove Pythagoras theorem. So the theorems which are having name, you must remember their statement also. In 3B, at least one question is like this way. So this fourth question, this is out of the textbook. So we are going to solve one more time, one type of example that is out of the textbook here. So I'm having one question with me here. I'm writing this for you. Let me see the time actually. Okay, we'll quickly finish this one. AB and CD are two parallel chords of a circle, such that AB is equals to 10 centimeter, CD is equals to 24 centimeter. Chords are on opposite sides of the center. Sides of a center and distance between them. Find the radius of the circle. Look at this question properly. What is here? This question is not from your textbook, but if you look properly to the question, the type is not from out of the syllabus. You are having this type of question from your syllabus. What is AB and intersect? Obviously, they will on the opposite sides. On which opposite side? That is also given to us. Chords are on the opposite of the center. Obviously, that will be opposite on the centers. Then the measurement of chords are given to us: 10 centimeter, 24 centimeter. Then the distance between the two chords is also given to us. That is EF. The measurement of EF is given to us, which is equals to 17 centimeter. We have to find the radius. What we have to find? Radius. That means this OD, or I can say OB. We have to find out this one. How to do this? Can anyone say this one? Simply student. This is activity. This is out of the textbook. Carries 4 marks. So since it is for 4 marks, you have to write given properly. 4 marks के लिए. But if you write the given from the question is there. That means you are having the given. So write the given. Given, you will get half mark. Then what I have to find? To find Q is done. At least 1 marks you have got here. Let's start solving the solution. For this solution, I'm just going to say you how to solve this. Do it for your homework. Now here, measurement of EF is given to us, and I have to find this one. Again, this OE perpendicular to CD. Therefore, these two are equal. So it is 10. I can have this is equals to 5. OD I have to find out. I don't have OE. But if I have OE, I can solve this. Also, I have this measurement. I don't move this one. If I am having this one, I can again, what we are going to do? We are going to assume this one. Suppose I assume that let this OE is equals to X centimeter. So therefore, OF can be, EF is 17. So OF will be obviously 17 minus 6. So I got this two. So simply what you are going to do here, consider these two triangles. This one, use the Pythagoras theorem here. You will get some equation in X. For this one also, use the Pythagoras theorem. So after this, what will I get here? Something it like this way. What I got here, actually when you solve with OE, with this triangle, this equation you will got this. X square plus 25. With this one, for this triangle equals to this, OB equals to this. But we know very well that OD and OB are the radius of this circle. And since the radius, the radii are equal, therefore we say that these two are equal. Simply solve this two. Okay, so this much for today. So I'm ending here. If anyone having any doubt, they can ask. Yes, किसी कोई doubt है? Yes, anyone?